Man, we back with another episode of The Chosen One.
Faith in myself will bring me a long way. I live by this every day, not caring where haters stay.
Man, I've been trying to knock this one out for about 2 years. Since we first started, my dog finally pulled up. Everybody been asking, "Hey, you gotta get Kavahra." My dog is here, Kavahra Holmes, and I appreciate it, man. We talking about legendary shit, like two-time state championship, two-time Gatorade player of the year, crazy, gold medal Olympic. That shit is crazy, bro. But take me through like early on, like childhood, like when you start falling in love with sports.
Man, to be real, man, it started, I say, I was about 5, 6 years old, man. I remember my mom and my dad brought me out to Burnham Track Stadium, Baton Rouge.
Sure.
First off, I'm born and raised out there. A lot of people don't know that. A lot of people think I'm from Breaux Bridge. I'm from Baton Rouge. So I never forget, man. Tell you a little story. My dad brought me out to Burnham Track Stadium where they used to work out after work and stuff like that. And I remember running around the track, and the head coach put me aside and said, "Your son sure can run and not stop, huh?" And you know that stuck with me as it relates to like my beginning era. And you know, from then on, man, I just started to love running, and running was like my peace of mind at an early age, you know. And I was always great at it, you know. It's a God-given gift. So you know, when you have that God-given talent, that God-given gift, you know, you pretty much take that and you put that towards everything in your life. And you know, as I grew up, I took that mentality, you know, at a young age, you know, running, you know, figuring out, you know, how to fight through adversity, figuring out how to, you know, be successful at, you know, the little things, you know what I'm saying? So at an early age, I had it in me, I had that dog in me.
And you spoke about your mom and dad. Did they play sports also?
Yeah, my dad played basketball, did track, did football. My mom was just straight track. But my dad was excelled in basketball over anything, and my mom excelled in track. So I mean, I pretty much, you know, get a little bit fun from both of them, you know what I'm saying?
So did they go to school in Baton Rouge?
Crazy thing. So my mama went to Church Point High.
This shit is crazy.
Right. Mom went to Church Point, and my dad went to Generate. So he from Generate. So and then from then on, they went to Southern University.
You have any siblings?
I have a sister. My dad's daughter. I have a sister, but she's from Texas. Kind of close.
She played. She had it in her too.
Basketball.
Basketball.
She's a basketball, but she's in school right now for engineering. So, but she in Texas.
So how y'all ended up in Breaux Bridge?
So my dad was doing his music thing on the road, and my mom was just wanting a better life for me. You know, Baton Rouge was just I knew how Baton Rouge is, man. It's up and down, and I'm from Sherwood.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, whenever we moved from there, you know, we moved to Generate, where my dad's mom was at, and we just tried to figure out the area and things like that. We didn't really like the Generate area. You know, that's country. There's not really a lot going on. So then we moved to Lafayette, and that was, if I went to Immaculate Heart, that's when I went to Immaculate Heart. But before that, I did go to St. Edwards. I went to St. Edwards in Liberia, and you know the B.
Right.
So that was, you know, it was just like, you know, just figuring out, you know, what was good out here. So from St. Edwards, I went to Lafayette, and I went to Immaculate Heart, and then from there, I went to St. Bernard, and that's when I first got into Breaux Bridge. That was, I want to say I was 6th grade. So how old was in 6th grade?
Shit, you about
11,
12?
About 11, 12? Yeah, something like that. 6th grade? Yeah, because I graduated in 2012, so yeah. So about 11, 12, I officially moved to Breaux Bridge, and you know the rest is history.
That's where it stuck.
Yeah, that's where it started, for real.
So you remember who was the first person you met in Breaux Bridge?
Yes, I do. Very first person I met out there was my partner. His name, we call him Peasy. His name Jenna Noel, and Randall. Randall was, you know, that. So, matter of fact, while I was living there, Randall stayed right across. Randall Menard stayed right across the, you know, the way, and me and him kicked it off. You know what I'm saying? Me and my other partner Peasy, we kicked it off. You know, playing. He put me on the baseball vibes. You know what I'm saying? I never really was a baseball.
Yeah.
So we was in the park playing at Park Harder playing baseball. Fast forward, me and Randall, you know, that's my childhood best friend. We we back and forth playing a bit of basketball. We playing rec football, you know, at Cecilia, and you know, his dad was my coach, Mr. Banks, and you know, from then on, that's when the football shit started.
Right.
But before then, I was playing at Breck in Baton Rouge for the South Baton Rouge Rams. But fast forward into you know, when I moved to Breaux Bridge, you know, I earned my stripes through. I give all credit to my brother Randall though.
Yeah,
you know, as it relates to that. Yeah.
Randall spoke highly of you, and he said like you, him, and his daddy, y'all really got it in.
Oh, got it in, man.
Well, your daddy.
Oh, for sure.
Your daddy.
For sure, man. and that's the thing, man. Like having a friend like him, brother. Like having a real brother like him, man. Like it really go to show you, like, you know what I'm saying. Whenever you going through things, whenever you trying to fight through adversity, whenever you trying to find what's next, whenever you trying to find, man, that was me and him all our life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It was a time where, you know, we looking up, we like, man, you know, where we gonna go to high school? Because, you know, we was going back and forth, Catholic school, public school, we didn't know where we wanted to go.
Right.
So, you know, having a brother like him to, you know, come along with me and do this thing together, you know, we went to St. Bernard together.
Yeah.
You know, Randall was at Cecilia, and then he ended up coming meet me at St. Bernard. And then from there, I went to Turlins that one year, my freshman year. Man, Randall said, man, come to Breaux Bridge, man. So I went to Breaux Bridge to meet my brother, man. You know, we popped it off, you know what I'm saying? Oh, and I got to give credit to Traven, too.
Yeah, right.
Traven Durrell.
Right.
You know, it was me, Randall, Traven, and my brother Peasy. You know what I'm saying? But like Peasy, he do more like the music side of stuff now.
Right.
So like when it relates to sports, you know, we just had like a different relationship. But like if I talk about my full brothers that I first met when I was in Breaux Bridge, it's Randall, Peasy, Traven, and I'll probably say Lamar Lewis.
Lamar. Another one.
Lamar, yeah, for sure.
Where's Lamar? How he doing?
Oh, he doing good. Yeah. No, he doing good. I haven't talked to him in a minute, but he was coaching and teaching in Florida, and he a sportsman paradise man now. He like to be on that water, fishing and stuff like that. But nah, he doing real good. He doing real good.
That's what's up, man. Y'all had a nice little era.
We had a nice era, man.
But I wanted to ask you, like, how was that relationship? You know, being pushed at an early age. Did y'all look at it like did it mess up your daddy relationship with you early, or it was smooth? Because you know, like some kids, like they say, like, man, if you push them or whatever, they hate it.
Yeah.
Like, how was that?
Nah,
ain't Bobby.
Nah,
Different.
My dad is him. You know what I'm saying? I say anybody tell you that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It ain't never no shade towards him because he really is him. And anybody that go under him, anybody that go under his wing, they know you're gonna have that dog in you.
Right.
But on the backtrack, you wanna know God first.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So my dad instilled that, you know, over anything, you know, God first, you know, above even in and everything, you know, family, friend, everything else come after God, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So with him, man, all glory, all honor to him, you know what I'm saying? Because without him, I wouldn't have been who I was, man. And a lot of people vouch for that, man. Everybody know Mr. Lenny he's him. Right. You know, as it relates to training, as it relates to giving you that motivation, giving you that peace of mind, you know what I'm saying? And telling you the truth.
Right.
And telling you exactly how it is without, you know, giving you that sugar. Nah, ain't no sugar. You're going to hear what it is, you're going to feel what it is, and you're going to be a man about it. You know what I'm saying? So as it relates to the relationship-wise with him, man, it's never been nothing but great. You know, that's my dad, man. I love him to death, man. That's my best friend, man. You know, that's a man that, you know, has never showed a flaw. You know, he's not perfect. None of us perfect, but he never showed a flaw in his flawness. You know what I'm saying? He always made sure that he was that extra giving father, the extra caring father. Made sure he stayed on my ass. You know what I'm saying? Made sure he very much, you know, did the things it requires to be a father.
Right.
Feel me? And he's that. So.
Let's jump into Turlins, though. I didn't know you went to Turlins.
Yeah.
How was that year, though?
Yeah.
Like, you couldn't.
Well, I mean, you know this. So, like.
Is the Shadenham there?
Yeah, the shade. Matter of fact, Lamar came there, too.
It's crazy.
Yeah. So yeah, with that situation, man, I left St. Bernard, and then I transitioned because I was at Catholic school. So my mama, Catholic school, you know, I want you to know God, which is amazing.
Yeah, right.
But when she started realizing that, okay, like, he got a talent in track football, you know, he can do a lot of things. My dad was like, no, nah, we're gonna take you out of there. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna put you where you gonna get your shine. You know what I'm saying? So it was a good experience. I mean, you know, school to school. But on the sports side of things, it wasn't what it should have been. Right. You know, no shade to Turlins. You know, I respect and show love to everybody. But you know, just on the athletic side of things, in that time period, you know what I'm saying, it just wasn't there. So Breaux Bridge was it.
So we get the Breaux Bridge. What is this like?
Tigers, man. So yeah, man, the transition for one. Let me go ahead and say this. And all my friends, all my brothers, they might laugh at this, but they know this about me. The transition to Catholic school to public school ain't no joke. Because I say that to say this. When you make that transition, man, that Catholic school boy and stuff, man, you gotta come with some extra skin. You gotta come with some extra toughness, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it was like a transition of like, you know, being a Catholic school boy to now I'm in that jungle.
Yeah, you in the trenches. You in the trenches.
You know what I'm saying? I'm in that jungle. So like, I gotta earn my stripes. You know what I'm saying? Them boys didn't play with me, man.
Right,
you know, and them boys, and them Breaux Bridge boys never play with me. You know what I'm saying? Very much respecting me.
Right.
They love what I came with. You know what I'm saying? But me transitioning to Breaux Bridge, man, it was very much like, hey, like, you a Tiger now, man. It's some different stuff over here. You know, you got the legends like John Williams, you know what I'm saying? Dudes like that, Ryan Broussard, early dudes. Yeah, all the boys coming out their parish, man.
Right,
so it's when you go in that parish, man, you better very much be from. You better act like you from there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it was a big transition, but overall, man, I earned my stripes, man. The boys know that I earned my stripes, and I came in, did what I had to do, walked out that motherfucker legend.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
sure.
So,
what was it like being like? Cause you always had Trayvon, so you really was the number 2 on some shit. So how was that like? Was it like ever like you felt like I should get more balls, or you understood like, nah, he the one, I'm the 2. Everybody gonna eat.
Yeah, it's this though. So you gotta understand something, man. Trayvon has the God-given ability to play football.
Right.
My first God-given ability was to run track.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So you gotta understand, a man that's as great as as Trayvon was, man, never trick you out your spot. I respect you.
Yeah.
You my brother. You know what I'm saying? I don't look at it as like, oh, I'm one, you 2, or you 2, I'm 1. It's never that. I want you to eat just the way I eat. You know, he brought me on his wing. You know what I'm saying? I'm coming from a place where I'm not from here. You know what I'm saying? Them boys from here. You know what I'm saying? So with him, I learned a lot from him. You know what I'm saying? He learned a lot from me. You know what I'm saying? But you couldn't deny the greatness in him.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? He was that guy. He was the bro. You know what I'm saying? Like he was that. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, he knew in his heart, like, shit, kid right there with me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's not no, oh, I see you better than me, I see you better than you, because we could talk about track. You're great in track too. But you know what I'm saying? And God forbid, everybody say Kavahra Holmes the great. But when you know me, you know I don't put myself before anybody.
Right.
I don't. You know what I'm saying? I put God first, myself, and everybody else with me. You know what I'm saying? I don't look at it as like I'm better than you better than me. I'm very much cocky. I'm that. Well, Kavahra, you know you cold in track. Why you don't feel like you that? Because man, I live my life with God.
Right.
I don't live my life to please others and to be cocky and to show aggression of I'm this, I'm that.
Yeah, sure.
I won this, I won that. Nah, man. I very much respect everybody and give everybody the benefit of the doubt that you agree too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's not just about me.
Right.
It's not. There's no I in team. Everything I've done is team effort. A track team, team, basketball team, football team. It's a team sport. So all kudos to all my brothers, man. Trayvon was very much that guy.
Yeah. For sure though. We chopped it up a couple of times. Like me and him been cool. We gonna get it together. We gonna get him on here. Even if we gotta go out there, we travel.
Right.
Now let's talk about a little about track though.
Okay.
Bro, like I still tell people this day, like I witness it. It's cool to say, yeah, nigga ran a 46. No, I saw it, bro.
Right.
Like I'll never forget we was at a track meet in Breaux Bridge. Might have been district or regional. It was y'all about 14. Like, bro, when you got it, it's like everybody just stood up. I swear to God, everybody like, okay, this nigga got it. It's like some teams was in it.
Yeah.
But when you got it, bro, you left everybody like, what is that? Like, what is? Because like I say like this, like, the 4x2 is basically the 200.
Right.
So I told my coach straight up, I'm not running 2 fucking 200s. Pick one. I'm not doing both. So for you to be like, you ran the 400, then you ran the 4x4. Bro, what is that?
4x2 and 200.
But that 200, that's cool. But that 4x4 and that 400, that's a man race.
It's a man race.
You gotta that's a man race.
Hey, you know what I love? You know what I love about what you just said, man. A lot of people would never say that, but everybody knows that's a man race.
That's a man
race.
race.
Man. It's different. It's different, man. It's different. So yeah, man. Like,
was it a strategy? Like, oh, it's just like full out the gate. Like,
I'm always go back So what I said first, when you got a God-given talent, when you got a God-given gift, it's very much instilled in you to do great things, right? Because we're gonna get to you because you know how great you was at football. You very much taught me a lot in football. Mm-hmm. You would never know that, but you did. I watched you and I watched you going through things and trying to figure out how you gonna get to the next step, how you gonna figure out how you gonna get to this, how you gonna get to that. The work you put in, the work ethic you put in, the things you did to make your name great. Because you are one of the greats, by the way. So I know this is I know when the interview talking about me, I want to give you your flowers too because you're very much him. You know what I'm saying? You're very much that. But nah, so for one, God, because He gave me that gift. So we're gonna say that first. But everything else, man, it's just the work ethic. Going back to my daddy, the great Lenny Holmes. You know what I'm saying? Him putting in that work ethic with me, man. Him keeping me off the scene, him keeping me away from danger, him keeping me away from distractions. And me, man, getting on my knees and praying, man, and just giving all glory to God, man. I really feel like a lot of people ask me, like you just asked me, what was the strategy? The strategy was this, man. It was to put in the work, put in the effort, put God first. And you go out there and you give your things back to God by, applying the gift that He gave you. So, going around that track, man, it was just like a healing thing for me. It was graceful for y'all to watch. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people like, man, how you just, man, you don't be seeing how people react to when you run. Man, I'll be out there, I don't hear nothing. I don't hear nothing. I don't feel nothing. Man, I'm gliding. I'm a gazelle. You know what I'm saying? So it's like one of the feelings, man, when I'm running and I'm accomplishing all these gold medals, breaking these records and stuff like that. Man, it's amazing. But all that, man, goes back to my thanks to God, man. You know what I'm saying? Because without Him, I'm nothing. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I don't live. And it's crazy to say that because I always try to figure out, like, man, how was I so great? We always asking ourselves, man, how I got this? Man, how I got that? How? What you mean how? What you mean? What you mean how? Without Him, I'm nothing. Without Him, I'm nothing. Sure. You know what I'm saying? Everything you do for your family, you're very much married. You know what I'm saying? You think 10 years ago you said that about yourself? Okay, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So a lot of things you've accomplished that I've seen you accomplish, that I've accomplished as men, you know what I'm saying, as brothers. We just gotta give our thanks to Him because it all starts with Him. Right. Because we have that belief. And once we have that belief, all else will prosper. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. Facts. So did you have track offers? Well, it's like, cause you signed for football. Mm-hmm. So did you have track offers too, or it was like a double offer?
So here it is. Every school in the world wanted to track. Right. You know what I'm saying? So with the whole football thing, man, I very much loved football. And I had just done track for so long, but football was just more fun. Right. Okay. But we all know my God-given gift was to run. Right. So when I started, making some noise, because, I was always a football guy, but when I really started taking it serious, that's when I, became better. Yeah. Versus, receiver versus, cornerback. Because when I got to LSU, they switched me to cornerback. Yeah. So, just having that ability to run, change direction, do a lot of different things with my speed, catching ability and stuff like that. And getting on the ball like Randall, Randall throwing that rocks to me, you know what I'm saying? You can ask him, man, Randall, shit, we be in the backyard 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 years old, throwing in the rain, you know what I'm saying? Throwing back and forth, throwing as hard as we can, trying to make each other better, man. So I just felt like the relationship with football, with my brothers, you know what I'm saying? It was more like I leaned towards that. You know what I'm saying? I leaned more towards that because, like, damn, all right, Trey, and we all four of us going to LSU. It was me, Trey, and Lamar, and Quentin. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We had Randall right behind us. Randall was younger, but shit, he was coming right under. So, we just all had that blood on our wing, man. So yeah, with that, it was separate though. Because I had LSU for track, of course. Right. But it was all separate, man. It was all separate. But every college in the world wanted track. I can't even tell you. I can't even name every college. You know what I'm saying?
So because that was like my big question. I was gonna start out with it. I was like, why would he not go run track? Right. Not saying you couldn't do both, but
right. And I'm gonna answer that. So basically, this is how it was. So, like I said, I started to like, I'm like, yeah, like I actually like football. You know what I'm saying? Like it's cool. But see, from high school to jump to college, I started realizing like, okay, like if I really take it serious, I could really be pretty damn good at football because I move in the corner. And see, when I started playing that, and I started realizing like, okay, like, you know, the receiver thing was cool, but I was bad at corner. So like when they moved me there, I was like, like, all right, it's getting, because I was like number 3 on the depth chart, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't starting. I was number 3 on the depth chart.
Some dogs.
I was with some dogs. Come on, man.
I would look at the roster early.
Come on, man. Like,
you got Hunted, you got Jay in it.
You know, so I very much, you know what I'm saying? I got the experience and everything. Like that, so man, I'm like, man, I can make a push. You know, the coach even saying, you know, like, man, like, look, you know, you're a track guy, but like, you're very much talented, you know what I'm saying? You very much can do something with this football stuff if you take it serious. So when I had that, you know, when I had that conversation with him, then it came to, but we don't really let, you know,
the
two-sport thing, you know, that's what we want you to commit to. I'm young, you know what I'm saying? I'm very much like, oh man, you know, I'm put in a pressure position.
Right.
Hadn't even talked to the track coach yet. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the football facility because I'm here for football. You know what I'm saying? This guy's here for football. So you know what I'm saying? So I'm very much like in a position at a young age, like, damn, like they want to commit to football because they see something. So like, you know, that kind of gave me like that spark to like, all right, man, you know what? I'm gonna very much do that. But did the track thing always go in my mind? Yes. But hey, God makes no mistakes, right? All right. So that's the answer to that.
Like just outside looking in, being on the outside, I'd be like, bro, if you ran 46 in high school, and then you shattered the state record your senior year, it was like
my own record.
Your own shit. You was 431, then you went.
Bro, look who called it. Randall called it. Hey, boy, you gonna live a long time. Boy, hey, that boy, you gonna live a long time, bro. I swear to God.
You went 431, then you went 418. In track, them numbers, bro, that's like a hill to hill.
Yeah.
So I be like, bro, if they would have ran track, what a 44 look like. It was really no ceiling. Like,
you know what's crazy? Randall, they all know this. Everybody ran track, but they know this. Everybody know this. 4x4, man. I didn't want to run it one time, man. That pissed me off. I was mad. I told my dad, I said, no, I don't want to run the 4x4. He said, son, you running that 4x4. Go put your spikes on. I'm not trying to hear that. I'm not trying to hear that shit exactly like you said it. Pissed off. Man, I run around that track, man. I promise you, I ran a 45-1. 45-1. Pissed me off. Yeah, insane. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that 44. It was right there. It was right there. It very much wasn't far. I promise you.
What is the Olympic numbers like?
44.
44.
Some dudes can get to 43.
Right.
It's more. How you said? I guess it's more. More dudes are doing it now.
Yeah.
Back then it was like 44. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But man, shit, they got some cats from now, you know, running 40. But back in
my
time, it was like 44. You know what I'm saying? 44. 45, you was getting in. He was in there. You know what I'm saying? For the most part. But it was gonna be a lot of 45s. You know what I'm saying? So, but 44 low was like the. You know what I'm saying? For sure.
What was the LSU experience like when you first walked into Death Valley, like on a what they call Saturday night? Like, you know, what was that experience like?
Unheard of, brother. That was an experience. You know, it was a great experience because it taught me this, man. It taught me, you know, you could have all the things, you could be in the spotlight, you could be under the stadium lights, you could be, you know, in front of 102,000 people, you can be meeting all kind of people that everybody loves. You got fans, you got all these great things, man. But I say that to say this, man. You know, it was a turning point for me where I was like, you know, what really matters. You get what I'm saying? It was amazing. Great. You know, going on the stadium, like traveling to all these other different games, you know, being on that field, you know, at LSU, yeah, it's amazing. It's a great experience. But, you know, that was a turning point for me where I was like, I gotta find me. You feel what I'm saying? And it wasn't that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, but great experience.
How you and OBJ come close? How do y'all form that relationship?
So I met with Dell, man. That was 2011. Official visit. My junior year.
Oh, he hosted you?
Yeah, he hosted me. He was my host. So 2011, I went out there. Matter of fact, I brought Lala with me on my official visit.
My dog,
J. Ross, man. Lala and J. Ross, man. We went out there. Even Tyron was still there at that time.
Yeah.
So we went out there. He was my host. So we met there. Man, as soon as I met Breaux, You looked at me and said, well, you my little brother. I looked at him and said, very much so. Like,
Right,
it was just one of them, it was just one of them.
right.
And like, you know, they could vouch for it. It was one of them situations where, like, nigga, you my twin.
Yeah.
Motherfucker, you my brother in another dimension, in another life somewhere, you know what I'm saying? So it was very much like that, man. Like, a brother that was just like, click like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, for real. So that's how that started. So that was 2011 official visit. Yeah.
Cause I see like, and as I look at y'all pictures, you know, it's cool. We all got dogs, you know, it's cool. But you can see like that's real genuine,
For
like
sure.
love,
For sure.
like you know
For
what I'm
sure.
saying.
For sure.
Was you at the game with the one hand?
No, I wasn't at that game, man. You know what's crazy? I rarely missed a game that season. But I think that was a Monday night game. I think it was a Monday night game. It was a Monday night game actually. And I remember seeing that. I said, of course, when that boy do that, I'm not at this game. I said, of course. But hey, that was great, man. That was a great Monday night game, great catch. Changed his life.
Hey, they say him and Juice, like that one hand shit, that started at practice. Like they say them niggas really do that.
Oh yeah, man. That boy, I would see. So that's another thing, man. A lot of people will see him. Odell is like this guy that's like, oh, he want to be Odell Beckham. He's this, he's that. He's very much Hollywood. Man. But they don't understand, man. Bro put in work.
Yeah,
you know
that's
passion. Bro is passionate, man. Bro is very much not what people say he is. They have this speculation of all kind of things, or he this, he that, man. Y'all don't see what's going on behind closed doors.
Right.
Man, it's human at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Sure. He very much put in that work, and he earned every fucking thing he got.
Yeah, for
seriously.
sure.
So, and that's that.
Hall of Famer?
Oh, yeah.
We was talking about, not early, but we talk about football. We like,
I mean,
definitely. The seasons you put together.
How can you not?
Right.
How can you not? I mean, you could say all the injuries, you could say all of that happened, whatever. You could make a narrative, whatever you want to say about the man, but I mean, when you're talking about football greats, when you're talking from an early age at Newman, then you go to LSU, and then you go to New York, you know what I'm saying? Like, what you gonna deny?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? How you deny greatness?
Yeah,
you know what I'm
sure.
saying? But they try to paint a picture and try to take it away from you, try to take credibility away from you because of things you've dealt with and things you've gone through.
Right.
Can't take that away from you.
Because that Super Bowl, we looking at MVP that
come on,
game.
man. Hold up, man. Come on, man. Stop playing. If it wasn't for
we look at MVP that.
I'm gonna say this though. God don't make no mistakes. At the end of the day, if you take away all his injuries, you take away the very first injury, and he's a healthy Odell Beckham. That boy still probably right now number one receiver in the league. You feel what I'm saying? I'm just saying.
Right.
God forbid, but God don't make no mistakes. It happened the way it happened, and he very much is thankful because it made him into a better man. He became a father. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
A lot of things changed for him in the midst, and he was, in a lot of times when he was in a dark place, he didn't know what was next for him.
Yeah.
He looking around saying, this is my life, man. I love football. This is all I got.
Right.
This is what I dreamed to do as a kid.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He's very much a guy that want to take care of his family.
Yeah,
a guy that want to take care of his people. You know what I'm saying? And when them injuries happen, it set him back like, you know what I'm saying? Set him back like this, like set him down and he was just stuck. But I say that to say this, man. That man very much fought through adversity. He very much fought through all those things. And you can't take away from his Hall of Fame self because he's very much that. He's very much that guy.
And you can't deny it.
You can't. What you gonna say?
Take one on now. Hold on. All right, good. I got it right here, I promise you. This podcast is sponsored by Only the Game. We took an intermission to tell y'all to shop Only the Game.
This podcast is sponsored by Only the Game. OTG.
TCU offer. Devontae, y'all talking about.
Yeah. So we talking, man. I'm like, at that time, shit, we what, 17, 18, so we very much young. We very much got them young minds. Like, man, just that boot. But Devontae was set on Tennessee.
Yeah.
Devontae was set on Tennessee, and his mind was Tennessee. And I did love the fact that he wanted to get out and, go venture out and do. But I very much knew, what I'm saying, like, as it relates to family, him being home was the best thing for him. You know what I'm saying? Just because, he went through a lot, you know what I'm saying?
For sure.
I went through a lot. We lost our papa, Frank,
Yeah.
R.I.P. Frank Ali. And, you know, that really took a toll on his mental, you know what I'm saying, in the way that, you know, he just sought out life. And, you know, he was always in crowd, and I'm in Breaux Bridge, so, you know, we wasn't around each other a lot, but we always made sure, you know what I'm saying,
right.
we very much tell each other, you know, I love you, every chance we get, very much, you know, we like this, you know what I'm saying, no matter what. So that situation inspired me to get him like, man, look, man, let's go to LSU together, you know what I'm saying. But, you know, he had a bigger vision, and his vision was to go to Tennessee, and he did what he did, and then I ended up decommitting from TCU, went to the LSU camp, balled out over there. They like what they see, speed, you know, catching ability, everything else. And I committed, and they shot me off, and I was like, yeah, I commit, I'm here. So yeah, that's how I transpired from TCU, you know, to LSU, and then trying to get, you know, I'm bringing back the pieces like Lamar, Treve, and you know, Randall's right behind us, Quentin, Devontae, we'd all possibly went to LSU together. So, you know, that was the vision, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
All us going over there and taking over, you know?
Yeah, sure.
So, yeah.
And how you left there?
So, it was, what year was that, 2015 or 2014? Might have been 2014. Might have been 2 years after. Yeah, 2 years. So, it's crazy, because this ain't nothing but the truth. So, a lot of people try to say that, they started a rumor saying that I had pissed for Odell. Like I took a L from whatever.
Right.
And that's the reason I got kicked out of LSU. I don't know who started that, but that's where everybody, you know, they sort of got that's the reason why I left LSU, why I wasn't at LSU, why my LSU career didn't finish there. But that's not the truth, man. The actual truth is, Les Miles, man, he you know, no hatred towards that man. You know, nothing, you know, how they say that, no hatred in my heart towards you. He just wasn't the best fit as it relates to my personality. And he had came across a video, bro. I had you remember them little, you go to the gas station and you could smoke them little hookah pins?
Yeah.
Remember back in the day when they had first started coming out, the Fuse. The Fuse. Now peep this.
Yeah.
Peep this. Man, he bought that up to me, right? He's sitting down like this. He brought that up to me. You take my phone, look what he did. He did. Man, what is this? What is this? So I looked at him, I said, that's a hookah pin. Oh no, that's weed. No. So you're a smoker now. You smoking this, you smoking that. That man was looking for a reason.
Yeah, for sure.
That man was looking for a reason. I'm gonna tell you why. He ain't like my mama. He ain't like my daddy. He ain't like the simple fact that he ain't like strong black individuals. I'm gonna just say how it is.
Yeah.
And like I said, no hatred towards him, because whatever's in his heart, that's in his heart.
Yeah, for sure.
That's not how we roll over here. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, you know, that's you determine your character. That's not what we do here. That's not. And I'm looking at it, and I'm kind of like, bro, like you tripping over a hookah pin.
Right.
But don't get me wrong. I had but before that, I had got arrested because I got in a fight, altercation on campus, which wasn't my fault.
Right.
Little dude that called me the N-word, you know what I'm saying, said some foul stuff, and I, you know, popped off, which, you know, at the end, I should have walked away and should have, you know, took things differently, you know, and made that step differently, but it happened. So, you know, from then on, it was a target, you know what I'm saying? You know how that goes, man. So it's a target, man, you know. And at the end of the day, the system ain't set up for us.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm just being real, you know what I'm saying? Sure. And it's no hatred, you know, but in that time period, I really feel like, you know, he just had it out for me. You know what I'm saying? So after that meeting, you know, my parents came up there, you know what I'm saying, talking to him, and he was just like, you know, I just don't think he should be here because he's not representing LSU and what we represent over a hookah pin. A video that somebody showed him on my Snapchat of me smoking a hookah pin. And that's how I knew though. Cause I said, if you very much feel like I'm doing anything, it's drug test me. Just drug test me when we get to
right.
He didn't want to hear that.
Yeah.
He didn't want to hear that.
We can settle that right now.
Nah. I was very much a target. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I was very much a target. I just really feel like he didn't just have that love for me the way that, you know, a coach. Should definitely go about his athletes. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So did what I had to do, man. I put my shirt on, held my head high, looked up at God and said, what's next? You know what I'm saying? So, and that was that.
What was next? Did you think about playing again? Did you ever play again?
So after that, I was thinking about going to UL. Of course, come back home, just starting over, figuring it out. Also, I talked about Southern. And I ended up going to Southern. We did like a little visit, whatever, and it was cool.
Right.
So, but this way it got kind of shaky. So when I went to Southern, they very much wanted me. So I was like, you know what, I'll start small. And if I end up wanting to go somewhere transfer, then I'll just make that move. So I go to Southern, and they talking all this good stuff, which, you know, I'm all for it. It's HBCU, so, you know, going to the roots. But they didn't have enough money to offer a scholarship. So having to come out of pocket, you know, I was coming out of pocket. My mom was coming out of pocket at the time. You know, I'm still young. I don't have a job yet. I'm trying to figure out my football career. So coming out of pocket, working, you know what I'm saying? My dad coming out of pocket, making sure I'm getting back and forth from, at that time, I was driving from Breaux Bridge to Baton Rouge every day. So, you know, I couldn't find a place yet, you know what I'm saying? So it was a bunch of that. So fast forward, they could never give me a scholarship. They promised me one, but they already made all these scholarship runs for the next recruiting process.
Yeah, for sure.
So it was just a waiting process, man. So from then on, man, I just kind of just hung it up and just said to myself, man, like, you know, I'm gonna give this to God. It's not the end for me. I'm very much thankful. I'm very much grateful. I'm very much appreciative. I'm very much, you know, God-fearing man, and it's not the end for me because as long as I'm breathing, as long as I could do this in the morning, put my pants on, you know what I'm saying? As long as I can do all the things that require being a human, it's never the end for me.
Right.
It's all, every day I wake up, it's a new beginning. Yeah. It's a new beginning for you too. Every day we wake up. So from there, man, it was just like you know, like, all right, like, I'm gonna hang this up, but we ain't gonna stop just because the sports side of things is not in the picture no more.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Sure. Right. Man, I commend you for that, because you gotta be like, you gotta be strong to actually be like in your prime and really like give it to God and be like it is what it is.
Right.
Like, we're gonna figure it out.
Right.
Was it some dark days after that, like back and forth, like even coming back home, like that people like, although you don't care about others' opinion, but they probably like, man, Kavahra fuck up. He lost. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. How was that?
So that transition, man, it was this. I'm very much a kid, so like I'm looking at it. You know how it is, but you know when we don't get what we want to get. Yeah. We don't really get the freedom of doing what we love. You know, it's kind of like, damn, motherfuckers looking at me like, nah, I ain't shit.
Yeah.
I ain't the great Kavahra no more. I ain't the great Jamal no more. You know, like you know, we some of the greats around here. Right. They say what they want. Gotta give us our flowers.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? So I really feel like in that aspect, man, it was more like this. Like, yeah, I did have them times where I was like, man, like, damn, it's really over. Like, it's done with me. It's done with, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, as I got older, as I, you know, removed myself from that dark place, like I always take it back to, man, I found God again.
Yeah.
Because, you know, there's different versions of yourself when you find God, man.
Sure.
You can find God, and you can lose sight, and then you can find him again, and then he'll get your attention. He'll knock at your door. Shit, you better put your feet through that mother. You know what I'm saying? So when I was able to do that, man, it transpired, and it definitely benefited me in a way that I didn't think. You know, I very much looked at it like this. I'm human. I make mistakes. I'm not perfect. But I'm God-fearing and I'm God-loving. And when you move like that, no matter what you're doing, no matter what pace you're at, I'm at my own pace.
Yeah, for sure.
Because a lot of times, gotta have something for you right down there.
Yeah.
And a whole bunch of distractions. You boxed in like this, right? And you can't even see it. But you, this, that, the third, man. Right. Man, just stay focused and have tunnel vision based off your faith.
Right.
Faith without work is dead. You know what I'm saying? You walk by faith, not by sight. You know what I'm saying? Sure, so I can do all things through Christ strengthens me. So you know what I'm saying? Right. So I kept those things with me. I kept that knowledge with me. I kept that power with me. Because when you got God, you got everything. Yeah. So I had to realize that even though that was taken away from me, I'm still unbreakable. I'm still unstoppable. As long as I got him, as long as I got him, I'm good. But as soon as I try to, I'm Kavahra, I'm gonna figure it out. I got this, I got it. No, you don't.
Yeah, right.
No, you don't. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing because God got something for me to this day. God got something for you to this day that we still trying to figure out. And guess what? It's not the end.
Yeah.
It's still the beginning because we ain't got there yet. Yeah. So all we gotta do is keep climbing, keep waking up, keep putting our mental health, our heart, our soul into this shit. You know what I'm saying? And everything else will take care of itself. Through him though, not through a person, not through, you know, you can't go looking for success through a person. You can't go looking for success through this, through that. Yeah, put in the work, very much have a positive mindset, very much be who you are. But at the end of the day, when you first wake up, when you go to bed, it all belongs to him.
Yeah, for sure.
And he'll put that Holy Spirit through you and align everything that you want in his world.
Right. What would you tell a younger Kavahra today?
What would I tell myself? Never lose sight of who you are. Your mistakes don't make you who you are. You're very much loved. You're very much, him.
Yeah.
Very much him. And I would just carry my swag a little different as it relates to, I was very much, I wouldn't say in my head a lot, just like always question like, is this good enough? Is this great enough?
Yeah.
Is this where I should be? Just the questioning. Just a lot of questions upstairs that I had for myself. But I would very much tell him, man, like, you very much blessed.
Yeah.
You're very much that guy. You're very much, you love. You're very much, you got him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong, I always did love God, but my relationship with God now is dearest to me, man, and it's a different feeling now. You know what I'm saying? And I would tell my younger self, man, God got you, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
Like just trust that.
Yeah.
Trust that. See, because we all, it's easy to pay attention to, oh man, I'm going through this. Oh man, the struggles. The struggles is easy to feel. It sticks to us differently. It sticks to us very differently.
Right.
But just like we can go outside right now, right? It could be thunderstorm like that rainbow gonna follow.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's beauty in the struggle.
Yeah, definitely.
That's what I would tell myself. That's beauty in the struggle. You're gonna get through that thunderstorm because that rainbow.
Yeah. That's one thing I swear I live by. Like, long as he keep waking me up,
okay,
he ain't done with me.
Okay. Look. At the end of the day, I don't fear nothing. I don't fear nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because I had to realize this. And I'm telling you this as a man too. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times as men, and I'm speaking some real. Yeah, we're on a podcast, but I'm very much telling you some real stuff. Like, even you know what I'm saying? Like, no matter what you're going through in life, bro, no matter how you feeling in life, no matter, depression, anxiety, the whatever life may throw at you, my brother, at the end of the day, take it on.
Yeah.
Take it on. Because think about when I was born, when you was born, anxiety wasn't instilled in us.
Yeah.
Depression wasn't instilled in us. We could take it even further. Racism wasn't instilled in us.
Yeah.
Hatred wasn't instilled in us. None of those things was instilled in us.
Right.
So when you think about it, God never put that in you. So it's for you to figure out, oh, all right, so the devil, you trying to steer me into a way that's not holy.
Right.
You trying to steer me into a way that God got something for me that you don't want me to have.
Yeah,
You get what I'm saying? And as a black man, I'm proud of you.
Yeah, for sure.
I very much saw and seen the struggle that you went through. I seen you put in the work. I didn't see you shed tears behind the shit. And I want to tell you about it. Like, I'm proud of you, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? I'm proud of you. Besides, take away the kids, take away the marriage, I'm proud of you. You feel what I'm saying?
Sure.
And we got to be an advocate for that. You know what I'm saying? It's easy to come talk and do this and that, but who really there for you?
Yeah,
who really asking you just how was your day? How you feeling upstairs? You know what I'm saying? So just man to man.
Especially like, even though you on it, especially like playing sports, bro. It's like, bro, I always looked at it like this, like, say we play on Saturdays,
okay.
Man, you don't know what a nigga went through that Sunday to get to that Saturday.
Tyron Leeson.
Come on, bro. They say so much shit. I read one comment. Like, I scrolled through it. I saw one comment, bro, it stuck with me. It say, I just wish bro would have knew it would have really all been all right. I exited off. Like, that was, when I saw that, I was like, bro, that shit touched me. Like, bro, like, right. It really would have been all right.
It really would have been all right.
Bro, you got people who really love you.
Right. And pay attention to what you just said. So take that with you. You know how some days you're not feeling yourself. Some days you're not feeling this. Eventually, what? It's all gonna be. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna pass. It's gonna pass. Look, God say this too shall pass. Yeah, because it will. Right, it will. Right. Like, God building us into something right now that's bigger than this shit on earth.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Because I tell people all the time, I can go marry the woman of my dreams. You very much got the woman of your dreams. Love it. We could all have that.
Yeah.
But this is what I tell people. Always understand this. Love always ends in a heartbreak, because you're going to die before her or she's going to die before you. Yeah. Pay attention to this too. Yeah. Now, I say that to say this. Love indeed is very real.
Yeah.
Very much. That's like the number one thing that we should instill in our hearts.
Yeah.
But I always say this. You don't live for this. You live for what God got after. because we don't answer to a person. I don't answer to my future wife. I'm not gonna answer to my mama.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna answer to my daddy.
It's over.
When your life is judged, and you want to live everlasting life, your life is gonna be judged on God,
Right.
not a person.
Right.
Because this flesh, that shit goes to the
Look
dirt.
around. Yeah, for sure.
What's going up there and what's going with God is your Holy Spirit. You know what I'm saying? So this don't mean nothing. All this,
Yeah.
you know, we put on our pants, we want to go do it, man. That shit don't mean nothing at the end of the day.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? It don't mean nothing. What means everything is the love that you got instilled in your heart. You share that with your kids. You know, I got kids, you know what I'm saying? And share that with, you know, the love that you got in your family. You keep that shit dearest to you. Cause that's really all that matters.
Yeah, for
That's
sure.
all that matters,
Yeah,
man.
that's all
you know what I'm saying?
got.
And then when we done with this, we got to answer to him. And that's when it get real.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
be ready for that.
For sure.
That's it.
Cause I ain't gonna lie, like even though like I think back, I don't think like bro mental health and shit that wasn't big to us like
No.
at all. Like that
No.
shit down there was an excuse. Like that's I ain't gonna lie. That's how I tell my partner. He like, have you ever been depressed and woo-woo? I used to say like, no, not really, cause I never felt like I really have been. I always had that mindset. Like my dad be like, you gotta keep going. You gotta
Right.
work through it. You know,
Right.
woo-woo.
Right.
But he made me realize something though. He was like, he was like, I'll tell you a time you was depressed. He talking shit.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, when you ain't go to the fucking league, I asked you to go to the Saints game. You ain't want to go because you ain't want to watch football. Woo-woo.
Right. Yeah.
So it might, I ain't see it that way,
Right,
but he
right.
like, nah, that's a time like you was
Right.
feeling like,
Right.
down.
Yeah,
like,
feeling
you know what I
down.
mean?
Yeah,
Like,
facts. Yeah.
so it's like, that's why I tell my son now, like, I still, like, nigga, you got to get it. Like,
Gotta get it.
the world don't care about your problems.
Sure.
Like, you know what I mean?
Sure.
Like, you still got to handle your business, but it's okay. Like, you can come holler at me.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
You can be soft. You can be
all that.
You know
what do we do with? Actually, what do we do with as people that Jesus didn't deal with on that cross? We want to talk about pain. We want to talk about things that we this is painful. This is pain. And Jesus died for us, bro.
Yeah.
Jesus died for us, bro. Like, whatever he bared on that cross, we could never bear it.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So what really matters, man? So you know what I'm saying? So it's like a whole bunch of soul searching in this shit. You know what I'm saying? In everything we do. It's soul searching, man. It's search for you. Search for you, be authentically you, be yourself. Because when you try to change that narrative and try to be somebody you're not, that's when you lose sight of who you are.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And you can get lost in that sauce because
Yeah, for sure.
it'll bring you to a point in your life where you like, man, why this happening? Why? You looking around, why? What I did to deserve this, man? You lost sight of who you are.
Wow.
Because you changing who you are and who God instilled you to be.
Right.
That's that.
For sure, though. Man, I want to ask you, bro. 2 people you would like to see on this podcast.
2 people I like to see on this podcast. Damn, okay, hold up. That's a good one right there. Who would I like to see on this podcast? That will go with your. I'm not gonna put nobody on the podcast that don't go with your character. I'm not gonna put people in here that's gonna really come over here and talk some real shit.
Yeah.
Who would I put on this podcast?
2 people.
2 people. Damn. Now, how we talking? Are we talking childhood, or we talking just day-to-day type of shit?
Day-to-day, it don't matter. Anybody come sit down, we can chop it up. Because it's the chosen ones, it's sports, but like,
Right.
it's cool. Like,
Right.
I can have a real
Right.
dude come spit.
Right.
Real female come spit some knowledge. You know what I mean?
Right. Ooh, okay. Let me think about that. Who would I? Because now you make me think. Because Randall the king, the Monty the king. My partner the king. So I mean, who would I really say should come? And he even say females too. I'm gonna have to go. Let me see. And you said it don't matter about sports.
Nope.
Dang. See, that's what you get, man. Like that make you really think outside the box right there. Like, it ain't even gotta be about sports. Just some real talk. My daddy. That's one. My pops, because I just know he'll give you that.
Yeah.
He'll give you that knowledge. And he'll just give you some different shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Some different, like a different side of this life shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Different side of that inner child. You know what I'm saying? Just being able to just get that joy of conversation of talking about a bunch of different things. So I say my dad. And who would I say next? I'm calling out Trevor, man.
Yeah, we gotta get my dog.
Yeah, gotta get him.
Just got married.
Yeah. Thanks.
Doing
Facts.
this thing. I
Yeah.
see you coaching.
Yeah, man. So I see him because I'm always gonna bring him back to childhood, man.
And look, this is my thing about Trayvon, bro. Like ever since I met him, y'all too, like, bro, y'all was so humble, like,
Very much.
like.
Very much.
You could be talking to Trayvon. You would, if you didn't know who Trayvon was, you wouldn't know who Trayvon is. Like, you know what I mean?
Very much. I mean,
Like,
and that's him,
Yeah,
man.
when you see him, he act like he knew you already.
10 years. That's love.
That's who he is, though, man. That's very much who he is, though, man. You know what I'm saying? And you know, congratulations to him and Cam, man, on the fabulous wedding. Very beautiful family. They got a son.
Yeah.
You know, he's handsome. You know, they got a stability.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You can't beat that, man. You got family, you got everything. And you
Yeah,
got
for
real
sure.
family, you got everything. So you know, that's very much, you know, that's an honor to see him doing well, man, and having that thing called family, bro. Because he ain't doing football either. You know,
Right,
all of us, we ain't doing football.
Yeah.
But he very much found his peace
Yeah.
in other things. You know what I'm saying? When you find it, you know what I'm saying? You very much, you know what I'm saying? Blessed.
When we speak about family, how many kids you got?
2. I got my son, his name Cairo, he 1, and my daughter Sienna, she's 3.
How is that like? Seeing, let me ask you this: are you? Well, your son kind of still young.
Yeah.
Are you harder on your son than your daughter? Are you kind of reached that stage? Should I say this? Is your daughter harder than your son?
No.
My little girl, I tell my little boy ass up. I ain't lying. Like she me all the way. You know he got his little, but she just different.
Yeah. My daughter, man, she act just like me.
Yeah. Like
So
personality.
yeah.
Like she me all the way.
So like she be throwing, like she'll throw something at me, and I'm just like, damn, like I can't be mad because like you really act just like me, like you know what I'm saying. So I like fuss about something, and in the back of my head, I'm like, that look just like me. You know what I'm saying? Now my son, termite, bro. In everything, in and out of everything. Can't stop touching. Want to jump on couches, bust his ass, then cry about it, and want to go do it again.
Yeah.
So it's very like it's a different. So with her, she very much independent. Don't want you to do nothing for her. She's very much special though, bro. Like very, very special. That's my baby, man. She's very smart, intelligent, but she's very like me. And it's scary to see, like, damn, like, when I see my mom was talking about, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn, like when she gonna be trying to get through to you, trying to sneak her little way around shit, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, damn, they said this.
Yeah,
but
right.
man, love them both equally, man. That's my worlds, man. That's my worlds, bro. Like, shout out to my kids, man. They made me who I am.
So, I mean, how you see yourself coaching them? Like, if he choose, do you feel like your son got to play sports?
No.
Okay, cool.
No. Very much not.
It's whatever you want to do.
It's whatever they want to do because my number one thing is my children will know God. That's my number one job as a dad. You know what I'm saying? Make sure they know God, because when they know that, everything else they want to do is gonna be taken care of. Because what I put in you is gonna come from Him. So everything He poured into me, I'm gonna pour it into you. You get what I'm saying? So it's a chain reaction. So they have to know Him. You know what I'm saying? They got to feel Him, and they got to know His Holy Spirit. They got to know how to pray. They got to know how to talk to Him. They got to know how to go to Him. You know what I'm saying? In those dark times, in those bad times. You know, learn from Dad's mistakes. You know what I'm saying? Don't do it the way Daddy did, try to figure it out on his own, like he got it, like he just got, no. You ain't got nothing without Him. So as long as they got Him, you know what I'm saying, along with their daddy, you know, with their mom, shout out to their mom, great woman, they have everything. Right. You know what I'm saying? So that's really what it's about, man. Like, me and my baby mama, we make sure that we instill in them that, you know, they're gonna know God. You know what I'm saying? And they're always gonna know that they have two parents that love each other. Right. You know what I'm saying? No matter what life takes us. You know what I'm saying? Sure. And that's what it's about. You know, you always wanna have your kids, you know that first. Like, hey, we're nothing without God. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. So that's that. Cause
that's why I thought about it, but that's why I didn't name my little boy Junior. I ain't want him to feel like, cause it's already like everybody you see him. Oh boy, you gonna fat like your daddy. Right. This nigga like horse racing. Man. You know what I mean? He trying to go to the racetrack. You know what I mean?
Ain't nothing wrong with it, man.
Like he's still gonna get it in. We work. Like some days he won't work. Cool. Right. But when we working, nigga, we working. We working. Right. It ain't no
in between. You know,
we working. You know what I mean?
But hey, That's the process of being a kid, man. They got to figure it out the way we did, right?
Yeah.
They got a lot of things that we did, stupid, dumb, ignorant decisions. They got to figure it out too. You get what I'm saying? So that's very much my approach.
And now
on that.
though, but I feel like the way social media is, bro. When we was younger, we could make more childish decisions, and kind of.
Yeah.
You can't take a candy, right?
Yeah.
Bro, they act like you didn't kill 5. I'll be like, bro, it's really a kid. Like,
really a kid.
That's what I really don't be understanding. Like you was a child at once. You probably did worse.
Right. Oh, for sure.
But you got away with it. But now you're gonna sit here and judge another kid like they just the worst people on earth.
Nah. Hey, who are we to judge? Who are we to judge? I mean, when you think about it, who am I to judge? Who are you to judge, man? Our kids gonna make mistakes just the way we did, right?
Did, fact.
You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
But we just gotta make sure that they don't make the same mistakes twice, and then they don't fall in their ass like we did, and gotta figure out all our jobs to do as fathers is to make it like easy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Don't pad a kid come in and just give them everything that they want. No.
Yeah, right.
But I'm very much gonna make it like easy because you know where we come from.
Yeah, for sure.
We had to figure it out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Had to figure it out. So it's just our job to make sure that they like it easy, man.
Do you got a question for me, bro?
Nope. No question for you. But like I said, man, when I came here, you know what I'm saying, you very much family. You know what I'm saying, you very much my brother. No matter how much we talk, all that, man. That don't mean nothing.
Yeah, for sure.
What means everything to me is genuine conversation, brotherhood, being genuine. No fakeness, just being real raw and uncovered. You know what I'm saying? I'm on my ass, pick me up. You know what I'm saying? Type of shit. You ever see me on my, you ever see me doing something wrong? You know what I'm saying? I don't care. I don't see you to the next shit. That don't matter to me, man. What matters to me is a brotherhood that's instilled with real shit, bro. And having been able to come talk about real things, real life stuff. Just how you brought up my kids. We talked about sports. We covered a lot of things, you know what I'm saying? So just being able to have that energy, bro. Energy is everything. Energy is everything. When you're around certain people, you feel that energy. You're like, this ain't it, or you know what I'm saying? And I very much get that energy from you. Always did. You're very inspiring, man. I'm proud of you. You've done amazing things. You're very much a GOAT in my eyes. You know what I'm saying? And you did some amazing things, bro. And you still doing amazing things. And it's not the end for you. You know what I'm saying? It's not the end for you. It's only the beginning. Shit, we're not there yet. We're still not around. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want me to go, man. My 20s, I'm 17, I'm 18, man. I'm done with man. We very much still trying to figure it out, man. And you're doing it.
So did you ever think about coaching or doing your own little thing?
I did. But see, with the whole coaching thing, it's a lot of responsibility as it relates to. See, I don't want to be able to look at one kid and he great, and then feel like I'm failing the other one because they're not as good as him. They're not as great as him. I like to one-on-one.
Yeah.
That's why I train. That's why I like to train. Like kids, my dad started training.
Yeah, for sure.
So kids come and train, you know what I'm saying, at the house, in the backyard. So I like the one-on-one side of things where I can really instill in them.
Yeah,
you know
for
what I'm
sure.
saying? And give them equal love and opportunity, you know what I'm saying? Versus it's a whole bunch of them and I can't give them that equal love.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I feel
so that's big for me. So yeah.
Because that's what, man, shit, we train here 3 times a week. Back
See, you doing it. And you instilling that love in each one of them individually, man. They get to feel that, man. You know what I'm saying? They don't feel like I'm not as good as him.
Right.
Look, he might be better than you, but you coming right behind him.
Yeah, we work.
And we gonna make sure. You know what I'm saying? That's my job. You feel me? So that's my answer to that.
D-Lo, you got a question? You always got a question. Talk to me.
I think y'all asked what's though.
See, he younger.
We were him.
He younger than us, so he be like, man, who there? Who? Like, you gonna see. You gonna see. That's a unique name.
Yeah. My dad came up with that, man.
Are you the only Kavahra in the world?
I gotta be. Well, I think if I'm not, they don't spell like that. They don't spell like that. My dad is very much. I don't know. He always say he thought about it for a whole before I was even born. He always with my name. But a lot of people say Kavahra.
Right.
A lot of people say my name is Kavahra.
Right.
You know.
Right.
I'm telling you on this camera, my name is Kavahra. My name is not Kavahra. It's not it's Kavahra.
I could have a question. I went to private school too.
Okay.
What made you do that transition? Like, what made you leave to go? I don't know if you asked that.
I'll tell you again. So that transition was this. So like when you're at Catholic school, it's very much holy. You know what I'm saying? It's very much. It's like. It's very like organized.
That's what some of the biggest freaks at though. I ain't gonna lie, the motherfuckers get down. They get down. I ain't lying.
I plead the fifth.
Hey, they get down.
I was 15.
Oh, they know how to party.
Showed me some things I never got showed before.
Yeah.
They know how to party. I ain't lying.
Yeah. Hey. Whatever they do, I can't tell you. I went on that.
Man, hold on. That's a good question though. Cause
that
man, you got a daughter, like, so you know how the game is. You know how men are.
Sure.
How you gon'? I be like, man, the best I can do, like this is just me right now. I can tell her what people gonna do and try to let her know beforehand.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You still gonna make your own. Right. But hey, you can't do this though.
Right.
Cause this gonna happen. Like this how men are. You know what I mean?
Right.
Is that kind of your same?
Oh yeah. Oh for sure. I'm very big on telling the real shit.
Yeah.
Like you know, not sugarcoating nothing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you what you gonna deal with. I'm gonna tell you you're gonna deal with racist people. You're gonna deal with this. You're gonna deal with that. I'm not sugarcoating shit. You know what I'm saying? That's my kids. That's your breed. You know what I'm saying? So it's like having them understand what this real life shit is, and not shadowboxing them off of what's the reality of things. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I'm coming with it, because I know I wasn't the best guy to girls. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
I know. I did my best. So like, I don't want to deal with that type of shit. You know. So you know. But that's why I feel like God gives us a daughter, man.
Yeah.
Like look at you like you're married,
Right.
Very much.
And I always say like, that's my thing. I be like, would I want my daughter to marry somebody like me?
Okay.
That's what I be all.
Okay. And if you can't answer that, that's a problem. That's a problem. That is very much a problem. So yeah, that's very much a very, very big thing for me, man. Making sure that I'm, I'm standing in alignment with what I want my daughter to have. You know what I'm saying? So that's my input on that for sure.
Yeah, if you could, I ask Randall the same question. Knowing what you know now, modern day, would you change anything? If you would change anything, what would it be? Or would you do something differently?
I would definitely change my thought process. And like I said, just my alignment with the way I view things and the way I, overall process the whole, track, football, who you are, who you are not. You know what I'm saying? I think that was big for me, because you got a young mind like that. With the popularity we had, come on, man, it's a lot, but you know what I'm saying? It's a lot to take on, man. Randall, all of us, man. We all took on a lot of baggage. You know what I'm saying? So like, him being my brother, that's one of my best friends, man. I talk to him like that to this day, man. Like, just don't ever feel like, what you did wasn't enough, because it's very much enough. I love you, and I'm proud of you. You know what I'm saying? He dealt with things that, he dealt with the loss of his mom. He lost his mom. And that was dearest to him. I ain't never seen him really be down like that, man. You know what I'm saying? That shit hurt my heart. You feel me? That's a brother, you know what I'm saying? Seeing how that did him, man. Without his grandmother, you know what I'm saying? He just really felt like he lost his whole life. His soul was outside his body. But I always told him, man, like, God got you. And I said, in the beauty of death is you will rejoice in her again. You will see her again. So just have that in your heart. Take that with you. I will see her again one day. We all got a time, right? And you're going to be with her again one day. So take that with you. Instead of thinking about the death and she's not here, she's very much a great spirit. She's there with you. And she's very much going to, open them gates of heaven and welcome you in. So that would be my whole thing, man, just to change my thought process and know that God got me, man.
One thing, not to cut you off, one thing my partner, after we finished ball, we in the locker room, like, man, what the fuck we gonna do?
Right.
He told me this word, I think my partner Trey, he was like, man, one thing about life, it don't never go out as planned.
Okay.
As you play, man, it ain't gonna never gonna go. And that shit stuck with me. You think you got it? You know it's
So what, all of a sudden, I'm the plan of life? I'm the plan of life? I'm the plan of life? So I came here on my own. I'm Kavahra the great. It's gonna go exactly how I want it to go. Boy,
one thing about life,
you got a real fucking weekend.
And I just wanted to let you know, bro, I really appreciate you coming, bro.
You know that, man.
I've been waiting on this.
You know it, man. And we have to run it, though. And look, we're gonna do more.
Yeah, for sure.
You can always.
Definitely,
What we need to
bro.
start doing, though, man, we need to start doing bigger groups, you know what I'm saying? Like,
We got the couches for
yeah,
Yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like
sure.
do a whole, do a whole like segment, like all
Yeah.
running. You know what I'm saying? The greats,
Yeah.
the greats come together, man, and talk some real stuff, man. Whatever, let's run it, you know?
For sure.
As
And,
men,
and that's the thing, like, even from the first year, everything we do, we try to get better.
right?
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
as long as it's getting better, like,
Right.
like this, like little shit.
Little shit.
Like, just
Little
getting
shit.
better.
Small steps.
Baby
Small
step,
step.
yeah.
Hey, I always tell myself this every day. A win is a win.
Yeah,
I don't care how
sure.
small it is. But I don't care if you made it to work one minute late. That's a fucking win. You know what I'm saying? You get what I'm
Real
saying?
talk.
It's like we try to calculate things based off of like, oh, it needs to be a big win. It needs to be, oh, I need to have $1 million by tomorrow. I need to have, you know, that's not, nah, man. When you win in life, little things is a win, man. I woke up this morning, I won. I opened my eyes this morning, then I won.
for sure.
I won. I won at life. Because God woke me up.
Oh, yeah.
God gave me another opportunity to be better than I was yesterday. And when I got that, I got everything.
Yeah,
I
for
got
sure.
everything. So, yo.
Yes, sir, man.
Yo.
Appreciate you coming,
Yeah, I
bro.
know that,
All
man. You
love,
know that.
bro.
My brother, my cousin.
Yes,
Sir.
Faith in myself will bring me a long way. I live by this every day.